7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The shocking So Help Me Todd cancellation announcement by CBS recently motivated 20,000 So Help Me Todd fans to join 2 So Help Me Todd Facebook groups. Meanwhile, 3 So Help Me Todd Change.org petitions now have well over 77,000 total petition signatures. This video, So Help Me Todd, the fans clap back, Cliffhanger, will explore 1. Methods used by CBS program executives when determining if a CBS television series should be renewed or not. That appears sloppy at best and worthy of a lawsuit by recently canceled CBS series at worst. 2. Clap back at CBS executives by amplifying the voices of several dozen Todd petition commenters from the 77,000 Todd petition signers. 3. Alert the massive amount of Todd fans, still unaware their beloved series has been canceled, to consider signing one of the Change.org Todd petitions and joining over 20,000 Todd Facebook members. 4. Amplify headlines from entertainment reporters who have chosen to flex their own journalistic integrity by giving voice to So Help Me Todd fans in their protest of CBS's cancellation of So Help Me Todd. 5. Exposes CBS program executive gaffe that began during the making of the CBS television special, Dick Van Dyke, 98 Years of Magic. The CBS special included Skylar Astin, CO star of So Help Me Todd, tributing Dick Van Dyke with a stellar performance of Put on a Happy Face. The alleged gaffe by CBS program executives exposed in this video is considered a fireable offense by fans of both the original Dick Van Dyke series and fans of So Help Me Todd. The alleged CBS program executive gaffe continues to this day, and this video will be the first to expose it. 6. This video will identify 24 plus 2 cliffhanger questions about who, what, where, when, why, and who again have decided or may still be deciding So Help Me Todd's ultimate fate. So Help Me Todd creator Scott Prendergast is immune from this video's 24 plus 2 Todd cliffhanger questions. However, everyone else is open game. Okay, Lyle, you are also immune from the 26 cliffhanger questions. 7. Sprinkled into this cacophony of Todd fan frustration and anger with CBS's selfish intention to bury So Help Me Todd so no one else can have it, are some mystifyingly obtuse comments made by CBS program executives. 8. This video reveals forensic circumstantial evidence that appears to show the decision to cancel Todd was made much earlier than the April 19, 2024 announcement, which could lead to lawsuits being filed by several canceled popular CBS series. 9. You will see a picture of my cat, staring at me, waiting to be fed. Thankfully, a few brave entertainment reporters have been writing about the future of So Help Me Todd from the fans' perspective. The So Help Me Todd headline below seems to forecast the cancellation of So Help Me Todd about a week before the actual official cancellation announcement was made. A Toddity for sure. Why are So Help Me Todd fans upset? CBS program executives have treated a gem of a series, So Help Me Todd, as if it were beneath themselves to try and save the series. Many Todd fans feel CBS's lineup has lost an acceptable spectrum of program offerings it used to have when So Help Me Todd was part of the schedule. It appears CBS program has created a dystopian viewership paradigm in which their 14 primetime scripted series must make it into the top 10 ratings or face the possibility of being canceled and replaced. The insanity of 14 scripted series vying for top 10 CBS network status, or possibly being punished with cancellation if they finish outside of the top 10, makes one wonder if absurd statistical evaluations are overly influencing CBS program executives when determining a television series viability. Not to mention the 2 CBS series that actually finished 7th and 8th, that were also canceled, which makes the absurd statistical cancellation calculations incoherently bipolar at best. CBS program executives have sent out a loud and clear message. Their programming strategy has a fixation bias on militarized television series, all at the expense of joyful, uplifting series like So Help Me Todd, that don't require bullets firing to tell their story. Meanwhile, bullet-less scripted television series that focus on humanity, families, and frenemies cooperating with each other are tossed aside like salad, even when they bring balance to a CBS schedule that now features at least 10 FBI-centric series. It's as if CBS appears to be overdosing the same, repetitive, TV dinner program menu items, numbing the overall palate of CBS viewers. Paramount Plus is promoting 21 seasons of the original CSI series. How does it look to subscribers when Paramount runs ads promoting 21 seasons of pistol-packing CSI, but only 1½ seasons of bulletless Todd? And that's all there will ever be. CBS program executives appear to be playing checkers when they need to be playing three-dimensional chess. So help me Todd fans grimace at the thought their own value to CBS matters less than how many bullets a CBS series fires off every episode. CBS program executives should pay closer attention to their CBS News division, which regularly warns CBS viewers about the dangers of gun violence in America. Meanwhile, CBS program executives overdose on gun-centric television series, at the expense of joyful, bulletless series like So Help Me Todd. Here's an idea. Can't we have both militarized series and an occasional joyful series such as So Help Me Todd? Since So Help Me Todd is so unique and extremely well-liked by Todd fans, replacing Todd with a Wednesday game show night once again demonstrates CBS program executives playing checkers when they should be playing three-dimensional chess. Petition signer Cynthia Newhouse reminds CBS, So Help Me Todd is a family show, stating, "This is one of the best shows on TV. It's a great family show, of which there aren't many. The acting on this show is superb." Tammy Brill declares, "Family-friendly programming matters. I love this show. My whole family loves this show. It's funny, and I laugh every episode. The script is good, and the actors are classy. Save this show, CBS." Family programming is when a family can actually gather around the TV together and watch a TV series without looking away because of embarrassing content, and can instead experience real-time, linear entertainment as a family. Speaking of family, Jenelle Dooley reminds CBS program executives about family programming. "I love this show. It's one of few that combine mystery thriller with comedy, and that makes it an extremely entertaining show for us grandparents and grandkids alike, a show the whole family can enjoy together, and those are few and far between nowadays. I think there's a lot more story left to tell there. Wait a minute, isn't Blue Bloods family-oriented? The now cancelled Blue Bloods. Angela Farrick speaks for most families. This is a great show that needs to be on TV. We are sick of reality TV, and TV shows you cannot watch with your family. Looks like Lyle agrees." Todd fan Susan Dahl reminds us of the value of a series the entire family can watch. "This is a great family show. Please don't cancel," Lori Walczak opines. "I want So Help Me Todd to stay on the air. It's one of a handful of shows I enjoy. Love the actors." Chris Dilworth reminds CBS, "Versatility is a virtue. This witty, family-friendly show is a breath of fresh air in a sea of murder, cop, and reality shows. Petition starter here. Perhaps 21 seasons and counting of crack-up reality TV is preferred from checkers playing CBS program executives." Meanwhile, So Help Me Todd remains at 1½ seasons. Now back to Chris Dilworth. "Such a great cast and super strong fan base would make it #1 at any other network." Carol McDaniel. "Love the show, So Help Me Todd. It never should have been canceled. So Help Me Todd fans can claim some sense of victory as at least a half-dozen entertainment news stories have bucked CBS's one-sided entertainment news releases and clapped back by mentioning the ire of So Help Me Todd fans over the announced cancellation of So Help Me Todd. The headlines representing So Help Me Todd fans' point of view are sprinkled throughout this video. As So Help Me Todd petition numbers continue to climb, future entertainment news stories about ongoing So Help Me Todd fan protests are welcomed to keep pressure on CBS moguls who continue to treat Todd fans as being of no concern to CBS. Petition comments in this video represent less than 100 of the 10 to 11,000 total petition comments left by 77,000 So Help Me Todd petition signers from 3 separate Todd petitions. The comments featured in this video are from the too-long petition title, "CBS, release Dr. Phil, and So Help Me Todd, so Dr. Phil can find a new network to save Todd." Beth Andres. "I found the show after recovering from a stay in the hospital, and it really means a lot to me. I really want to see where this show goes, so please bring it back." So Help Me Todd fan Kathy Flenty unabashedly exclaims, "I have enjoyed every episode of SHMT. It is so very cleverly written. The spontaneous laughs are such a joy to experience. Please renew this now cancelled show. We need to observe more character development as these talented people continue on their paths in life. Jennifer Logan loyally writes, I've watched every episode of So Help Me Todd, and it's very comical with detectives I like. I can't believe such a good show stops and ended with so many fans watching. As you watch the rest of this video, guitarist Roberto Jimenez provides background music. If you enjoy Roberto's music, a Venmo number for Roberto Jimenez is provided at Alessandro Macchi's YouTube description for this video. So Help Me Todd, the fans' clapback, Cliffhanger, was written and edited by Alessandro Macchi, one of 3 So Help Me Todd petition starters. I am Erica, the human voiceover narrator with AI Assist. For the editor and writer of this video, it was like writing on steroids, since Alessandro ended up doing a dozen rewrites and several thousand touch-up polishes. It's the way AI should exist, to assist humans in a playback-only mode, while never offering or contributing even one word of creative intellectual thought. Original writing is completely my human counterpart's job, along with the 10,000 petition signers who have shared their feelings about CBS program executives through their 1,800 petition comments. Let us not forget, there are still another 65,000 petition signatures and another 10,000 to 11,000 petition comments lurking on 2 other So Help Me Todd petitions that have not yet been tapped into. Listen to me, Erica, as I give voice to several dozen So Help Me Todd petition comments then. Stay tuned for the gaffe this video alleges, a gaffe that CBS program executives will most likely deny is a gaffe. That has directly resulted from the CBS Dick Van Dyke birthday television special, a gaffe that continues through July 27, 2024. Give thanks to several entertainment news reporter stories, written from the perspective of So Help Me Todd fans who clamor for So Help Me Todd to be uncancelled. Plus, the fans clap back with 24 plus 2 cliffhanger questions everyone has been afraid to ask, until now. Does circumstantial forensic evidence exist? That points to So Help Me Todd's cancellation, already being known by CBS program executives, over a month before CBS's So Help Me Todd. April 19, 2024, cancellation announcement. And what might the legal ramifications be if CBS program executives were making excessively premature program decisions regarding the future of several of their popular, highly rated, and now cancelled scripted series based on as little as 1 to 3 episodes being broadcast in a writer's strike shortened season? Stay watchful to find out, Lucy Williams writes. This is a great show. The chemistry between the 2 lead characters is great as mom and son. Please, bring this show back. Don Carnes loves complex characters and creative storylines. I so enjoyed So Help Me Todd and all the complex characters on the show. I hate to see it go when there seems so much potential storylines available to pursue. Petition starter replies to Don, one wonders, does the underbelly storyline of So Help Me Todd's cancellation need to be exposed first for Todd to be uncancelled? As of July 27, 2024, iconic entertainment reporting media, such as The Hollywood Reporter and Variety, have not yet reported about the So Help Me Todd fan protest. Perhaps highly regarded, established entertainment news outlets take longer to update their entertainment news stories. Well, at least they flipped their headline sentences around so they would not be the same, even though both headlines posted at the exact same time of April 19th, at 3 p.m. The good news is, for every established entertainment media site that seemed to not notice the growing So Help Me Todd fan protest movement, Todd fans were fortunate and extremely grateful that half a dozen entertainment reporters wrote about Todd fans' protests over the cancellation of So Help Me Todd. Entertainment reporters caring what the fans think proves So Help Me Todd works in mysterious ways. We thank those entertainment reporters, brave enough to politely clap back at CBS, unaffectionately known to So Help Me Todd fans as Cancel Best Series. Todd fan, Don Carnes writes, I so enjoyed So Help Me Todd and all the complex characters on the show. I hate to see it go when there seems so much potential storylines available to pursue. Linda Leonardi speaks our truth, best show on TV. I can't believe it was cancelled. Petition starter replies, some entertainment reporters have bravely gone against the normal PR echo stream, in which a network dishes out their one-sided version of their news, and entertainment reporters spoon-feed it to their readers. In the case of So Help Me Todd, some entertainment reporters are sharing the fans' side of the Todd cancellation story, and we profusely thank them. Hartley Holmberg has Hall of Fame respect for Todd. It's one of my favorite shows ever. Uplifting, funny and clever as hell, with a heart of gold. It's what we desperately need more of in the world. Kathleen Peixoto, please. Let Shemshi go and let CW have the show. I haven't watched the last episode because it's too painful to accept it's over. With appreciation, Kathy. Petition starter responds, Kathy, please, watch the final episode. The tooth is out there. Then ask an entertainment reporter in your city to watch that same final episode of So Help Me Todd. Review it, and see if they agree canceling Todd was the wrong decision by CBS program executives. Laura DeWitt. Time for a good old-fashioned show that is wholesome. Carrie Ard wants a Todd do-over. I love So Help Me Todd, and I want it back. Dana MLS. I'm sick of all the different, original, fun shows like Todd being canceled. This show makes me happy. Maria LaRocca Riccioli agrees. I totally agree with the statement starting this petition. We need more family-oriented shows on TV. Petition starter responds, how about a Friday family fun night of Elsbeth, So Help Me Todd, and Matlock? 3 Academy Award, Emmy-winning lead actresses, on the same night, with their own Friday family-friendly entertaining series. Imagine a night where not one bullet is fired, or one building on fire. Do CBS program executives have it embedded in their heads? Fridays must be reserved for male-centric series. Studies have shown that the sleep one gets just before midnight can actually improve one's health. My mother would tell me the same thing a long time ago. Why are moms right so often? So being able to alter the weekend sleeping routine of teens by creating a Friday night of inside safe family fun entertainment could become an actual beneficial therapeutic regimen for millions of families. Ellen Hoft Edenfield, love this program. Everyone is so good. Please, Dr. Phil, bring this program back. Julie Sue too. Love the show. Cheryl Silvera. Please let us keep a sharp, quick-witted, interesting show like SHMT on another platform if need be. There is enough garbage shows on, and channels keep forgetting there are people out here who would like at least a few quality shows to watch. Speaking of quality series, one TV entertainment reporter binge-watched So Help Me Todd, and found it better than television classic Ted Lasso. And we have to give all of our entertainment reporters who have supported So Help Me Todd a look up. Penny Rossman, I want SHMT back. It was one of the best. Megan Payne, I love So Help Me Todd. Such a great show. Jennifer Jones, I love So Help Me Todd. Try Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Prime. Please. Love this show. Ron Swanson, I like the show. Roy Love, a great show, needs to continue. Valerie Grady, I want to keep the show. Virginia Miller, this show has high ratings, so cancellation does not make sense. I look forward to it every week. The Thursday night multi-network viewership image below reveals So Help Me Todd's final episode of Season 2, The Tooth Is Out There, that aired on May 16th. 2024 finished second out of 14 Thursday night scripted primetime series, covering all 5 networks. Further backing up Virginia's solid viewership claim, TV Guide recently reported, So Help Me Todd finished tied for 21st place among all network scripted, primetime series from all 5 networks. The Hollywood Reporter also acknowledged So Help Me Todd's solid ratings, stating, So Help Me Todd with 6.2 million viewers was down 3% from its freshman season, ranking number 12 out of CBS's 14 dramas. However, it was what The Hollywood Reporter did not report that was equally compelling. The writer's strike shortened 2024 winter season featured several competing broadcast networks pumping out scripted, original primetime programs on Thursday night, opposite of So Help Me Todd's February 15, 2024 premiere. Elsbeth, which was supposed to follow Todd Thursday night on CBS, did not premiere until 2 weeks later on February 29, 2024. Did CBS come up with a cleverly sinister plan to inflate Elsbeth's Thursday premiere episode total viewership numbers by also running the Elsbeth premiere on Sunday? Below is an image grab of Elsbeth total viewership numbers being pumped up by CBS after only one episode, which also included being repeated on Sunday night. Which one would logically presume inflates Elsbeth's total viewership for the premiere episode? Tracker's viewership numbers were also inflated by rerunning 2 episodes in the slot that Elsbeth should have premiered, right after Todd on February 15, 2024 and February 22, 2024. What has been uncovered might just be a classic viewership numbers inflation switcheroo, a phrase I just made up, but it seems to apply. CBS swapped out Tracker and Elsbeth's time slots, so the same episode from each series appeared in 2 different time slots. This allows CBS to add all views from 2 different time slots for the same episode. Let me explain it another way. When Elsbeth did not broadcast on February 15, 2024 and February 22, 2024, CBS instead ran a repeat of Tracker episodes in Elsbeth's first 2 premiere time slots. If CBS had instead run Todd's first 2 episodes of Season 2 back-to-back on Thursday, February 15, 2024, and then repeated those same first 2 episodes the next week on Thursday, February 22, 2024. So, Help Me Todd would most likely have been in the top 5 to 7 of all CBS series based on total viewership numbers. Based on their first 2 episodes of the season, probably finishing ahead of both Tracker and Elsbeth if those 2 series did not get to rebroadcast their first episode in a different time slot. To make the Tracker, Elsbeth ratings switcheroo boost work, Elsbeth had to be removed from the CBS network premiere weekend of February 15th and February 22, 2024, so those 2 slots could be given to Tracker reruns. But the switcheroo only works, and works perfectly, if Elsbeth has its one and only episode appear during February ratings sweeps month, and then rerun during a Tracker time slot on Sunday. Yes, Elsbeth did broadcast its premiere episode Thursday, February 29, 2024, presumably the last opportunity for Elsbeth to be included in February sweeps month. The result, as shown above and now shown again below, is CBS was able to pump up the ratings of just one Elsbeth episode that ran multiple times, giving Elsbeth's premiere episode a huge bump in total viewership numbers. No other series other than Elsbeth, listed below, has only one episode from which viewership numbers are derived. It's too bad this is math nerd stuff, because it is actually fascinating how viewership numbers were apparently rigged in a deceitful manner, and clearly explains how 4 canceled CBS series should not have been canceled. And the 5th series, Bob Loves Abishola, should not have been canceled either. As ironically enough, Abishola's son was finally getting a chance to show his chops. In essence, CBS canceled a series that was refreshing itself, so CBS could refresh its schedule. As diabolical and possibly fraudulent such a ratings switcheroo gambit appears to be, it's even worse than what has just been revealed. Comparing So Help Me Todd airing on Thursday night to CBS Friday night programs, where Fire Country and SWAT have no scripted program competition from the other networks, becomes both a foolish and deceitful endeavor. When comparing total viewership numbers without acknowledging how much scripted programming competition each CBS series was up against. CBS Friday night during the shortened writer's strike season will attract all the fans of scripted network television series, because they are the only ones airing new scripted programs on Fridays, and thus will have higher ratings when compared to So Help Me Todd, which was facing scripted network television program competition from 3 to 4 other networks on Thursday nights. The Elsbeth, Tracker, Fire Country, SWAT viewership tallying and comparing in a writer's strike shortened season was either a cunning, premeditated action to rig which series would be renewed, or it was an unaware foolishness that checkers playing CBS program executives appeared to be engaging in, when they needed to be playing 3-dimensional chess. Overall, CBS had the top 13 of 20 series among all networks. Remember the dystopian viewership paradigm in which CBS apparently expects its top 14 scripted series to all be within the top 10, or possibly be cancelled. Apparently, the dystopian viewership paradigm that has even resulted in the 7th and 8th rated CBS series being cancelled by CBS is a thing. Additionally, Todd's 2024 viewership numbers are based on the bottom of the muffin viewing season. Within Todd's first season, the 2022 and 2023 season, the highest ratings were in the fall and dead of winter. Whereas in Todd's second, writer's strike shortened season, the broadcast schedule was both compressed into a much smaller and much later seasonal window of time. And that smaller later window of time included the portion of the season when network TV viewership naturally drops off as spring arrives. The writer's strike shortened season literally created a one-of-a-kind bottom-of-the-muffin stump scenario. Seinfeld reference, and CBS program executives apparently ate it up and swallowed or spit out canceled whatever series they felt like spitting out, all in the name of cavorting with the not-yet-baked, top-of-the-shiny muffin 2024 fall season. Just prior to canceling So Help Me Todd, CBS delayed airing new So Help Me Todd episodes until after NCAA. March Madness had ended. The first canceled So Help Me Todd broadcast date occurred March 7, 2024. Then 3 additional So Help Me Todd canceled broadcast dates followed on March 21, March 28, and April 4, 2024. The problem with delaying 4 Todd episodes from being broadcast in a timely manner was once April 2024 approaches, primetime scripted network television viewership generally drops. As spring has arrived, last-minute income tax preparations become a thing. A new season of baseball has arrived, nicer weather. People preparing their lawns and gardens, shorter nights and longer days, all can create a drop in primetime network scripted television viewership. Delaying Todd's final 4 episodes an additional month probably automatically resulted in lower overall viewership numbers. And of course, the additional problem was, Todd had already been canceled before those final 4 delayed episodes were broadcast, so CBS was able to divert Todd episode promotions to other series that would be on the fall 2024 schedule. If it turns out the Todd episodes were not ready for broadcast, and that is why they were delayed, doubtful since March Madness took Todd's time slot. That just becomes one more disgraceful reason for a network to use the writer's strike to punish scripted television series. Later in this video, circumstantial forensic evidence appears to reveal So Help Me Todd may have actually been canceled 35 days before the April 19, 2024 public announcement, and if that is true, then potentially additional serious legal issues come into play, as all the evidence of viewership number shenanigans proliferate. But first, let's take a quick look at So Help Me Todd's first season viewership to better understand how Todd's popularity was growing as the 2022-2023 season progressed. A look at the first season of So Help Me Todd. Viewership numbers increased for 7 original consecutive episodes, starting November 3, 2022, at 3.929 million, and culminating on February 9, 2023, at 5.301 million. That's a pretty impressive consecutive increase in number streak. The Season 1, 7-week consecutive gain in viewership numbers for So Help Me Todd is only part of the story. Because So Help Me Todd continues ongoing, scripted cliffhanger storylines from episode to episode, with repeat episodes mixed in between original cliffhanger episodes. The repeat episodes can eventually frustrate Todd fans who like So Help Me Todd so much. They want to see the cliffhanger storylines moved forward. However, 7 consecutive increases in total viewership for 7 new episodes, with repeats mixed into the schedule, is a very important tell, since it means So Help Me Todd will do well as a binge-watching type of scripted cliffhanger streaming series, were it to finish a nice long run of 5 to 7 years on network television. Cliffhanger series engage viewers, which allow streaming services to promote their scripted series that do not have an ongoing cliffhanger storyline. Scripted cliffhanger series that are likely going to be binge-watched on a streaming platform allow subscription services like Paramount Plus to then promote their other series offerings. During the short commercial breaks that appear during a Paramount streaming episode, the obvious value of a scripted cliffhanger series for any streaming service apparently is not as obvious to our CBS Checkers Playing Program executives, whose apparent Checkers Playing Programming approach probably did not consider the value of a successful scripted cliffhanger series for their streaming service partner. Perhaps there was too much clutter to deal with. This is another CBS primetime schedule that will break through the clutter and entertain a mass audience. Amy Reisenbach referring to the CBS Fall 2024 schedule. Break through the clutter. Seriously. What Alessandro also discovered is while a scripted cliffhanger series like So Help Me Todd was airing repeat episodes in February of 2023, practically every other primetime network channel were broadcasting new episodes. I recall in January of 2023 enjoying original Todd episodes, but then being disappointed when repeats were mixed in. I noticed that other networks were broadcasting new scripted episodes, while Todd was broadcasting a repeat episode. Competing networks can counter-program against a scripted cliffhanger series by running new episodes whenever So Help Me Todd is broadcasting a repeat episode, which can then alter So Help Me Todd fans. Viewer habits when other networks' Thursday night scripted series are airing new episodes opposite a Todd repeat. Because the other networks' series were not cliffhangers, I felt I could switch back to new Todd episodes when they aired. Unless I forgot to switch back to Todd because I got used to watching new episodes on a competing network. This may explain why So Help Me. Todd went from 7 consecutive episodes of viewership growth to a sudden 12.5% drop in viewers from mid-February 2023 into March 2nd of 2023. Todd fans enjoy the scripted cliffhanger aspect of So Help Me Todd and get mildly frustrated when a repeat is broadcast in between new episodes, because Todd fans know it won't further develop the cliffhanger arcs that have already been presented and voraciously consumed. It's a Todd thing, voracious consumption. The network ratings criteria being used to evaluate a series' value favors series that either do not have scripted, ongoing cliffhangers or favors scripted series that compete against non-scripted television fare. However, it is the scripted cliffhanger series that have the most potential value. Once a successful cliffhanger series such as So Help Me Todd is syndicated and introduced into a subscription streaming service. If ever there is an example of throwing the scripted cliffhanger series out with the bathwater, So Help Me Todd is that series. The last group of people who should be making the decision to cancel a scripted cliffhanger series after only 3 or 4 new episodes have been aired, in a writer's strike shortened season of 10 episodes, are checkers playing program executives, when 3-dimensional chess playing program executives are required. 3-dimensional chess playing program executives who can see into the future and see the intrinsic value of a scripted cliffhanger series like So Help Me Todd for their streaming service partner are the ones who should be deciding So Help Me Todd's future. While other primetime networks were running original programs in February of 2023, So Help Me Todd ran repeat episodes on February 16 and February 23, 2023. These 2 repeat episodes came right after So Help Me Todd's highest-rated new episode aired on February 9, 2023. When analyzing viewership numbers for each new Todd episode, seeing gaps of more than 1 week usually means a repeat was broadcast in between 2 new episodes, and makes a scripted cliffhanger open to having viewers poached by a competing network that is broadcasting a new scripted episode. Meanwhile, many competing television networks did run new scripted programs during Todd's February 16 and February 23, 2023 repeat episodes, luring a significant number of Todd viewers, as evidenced by the remarkable drop in viewership of 2/3 viewers the next time So Help Me Todd broadcast a new episode. Todd's viewership high on February 9, 2023 of 5.301 million viewers drops to 4.635 million when their next new episode broadcasts on March 2, 2023. Because viewers were lured away by first-run episodes being offered on 4 other competing networks. This 12.5% drop in viewership also creates a new, lower baseline viewership going forward for So Help Me Todd. It appears that CBS's annual broadcast agreement with the NCAA basketball tournament may be a blessing for CBS. But when it follows a writer's strike shortened season, March Madness became a viewership albatross for both cliffhanger series such as So Help Me Todd and established television series, as scheduling shenanigans may have tipped the ratings. Viewership scales away from established television series and towards newer series. March 2nd, 2023, and March 9th, 2023, are the final 2 original So Help Me Todd episodes to be broadcast before CBS's NCAA. March Madness begins as Todd continues to fend off 4 other networks' original Thursday night programs. March 30th, 2023 is the Todd low viewership baseline number, which occurs just before the Final Four weekend of NCAA. March Madness, followed by the final NCAA championship game on Monday, April 3, 2023. Once 2023 NCAA March Madness tournament ends on April 3, 2023, the next 3 So Help Me Todd episodes increase in total viewership. But Todd's viewership never crests back over 5 million. possibly due to the lateness of the television season, or repeat episodes that interrupted the flow of the original scripted. Cliffhanger episodes, Todd fans anticipate seeing on a weekly basis. Season 1 of So Help Me Todd features 7 consecutive increases in audience viewership before CBS March Madness, plus 3 consecutive increases in audience viewership after March Madness. Both consecutive So Help Me Todd viewership increase streaks point to So Help Me Todd having the ability to build and then rebuild their scripted cliffhanger viewership. Both before and after March Madness appears to put a dent in overall So Help Me Todd viewership numbers. To CBS's credit, maybe CBS, realizing that Todd lost viewership during March Madness of 2023, decided to air consecutive Todd episodes before 2024 March Madness on February 15, 22 and 29, 2024. However, for reasons known only to CBS, Todd and Elsbeth's premieres were not aligned to premiere on the same night, even though Elsbeth was scheduled to run right after So Help Me Todd on CBS's Thursday night lineup. Todd's numbers dropped a remarkable amount for their second episode of the new season on February 22, 2024. It may become a distraction to analyze and speculate why So Help Me Todd dropped in viewership so much from the premiere of Season 2 to the second episode. But with all of that has already been discovered regarding how the scales were tipped against So Help Me Todd, it may have had to do with aggressive competition on Thursday night between scripted series from several networks all fighting for not enough available viewers, resulting in lower viewership numbers for all scripted Thursday night series on all the competing networks. Yes, So Help Me Todd is such an invigorating and unique type of series. It requires special endangered series status because it was competing against Thursday scripted network programs on several other networks. CBS scripted series go into March, and how they come out during and after NCAA March Madness depends on how fairly CBS acknowledges the plausible overall negative affect March Madness has on their scripted television series viewership numbers. Now add in that 2024 was a writer's strike-shortened season, and the placing of one's thumb on the total viewership numbers appears to have been too great of a deceitful temptation for someone to pass up. Unlike 2023, CBS's new plan for So Help Me Todd in 2024 was to air the final 6 episodes in a row after March Madness had ended. Except, our Checkers Playing program executives had already decided to cancel Todd before any of the final 4 episodes aired, and stranger still, the decision to cancel Todd may have been made before any of the final 6 consecutive air dates had been broadcast. Was the idea of actually watching So Help Me Todd's second season episodes before deciding to cancel Todd ever considered? At least 3 of the 10 second season episodes were the best network television entertainment I can recall ever seeing, and the other 7 Todd episodes were very good. I wonder if our Checkers Playing program executives ever watched Dial Margaret for Murder, or Phobituary, or The Tooth is Out There. For those who ask, what about Fire Country? Isn't Fire Country a scripted cliffhanger series also? And didn't Fire Country do better than So Help Me Todd in viewership numbers? Yes, because Fire Country faces no scripted TV competition on Friday nights, and neither did SWAT. But on Thursday nights, So Help Me Todd faced massive amounts of scripted television competition from 4 other networks. This is what happens when Checkers Playing program executives are given the keys to a #1 broadcast empire. They play with the steering wheel, jamming it to the right, making vroom vroom sounds. Then jamming the steering wheel to the left, making more vroom vroom sounds, then honking the horn while making somewhat ludicrous comments about their program decisions, when they should just let the dimensional chess playing adults properly steer the #1 network. Where is Dick Van Dyke and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang when we need him? Yes, So Help Me Todd is a spectacular, albeit special needs, binge-watchable cliffhanger type of series, with the compromise being, just show us a new Todd episode every week for 10 weeks. Then put a winter season replacement in Todd's lineup place with 8 weeks of no-repeat programs, then bring Todd back for their second set of 10 original episodes. This would mean 6 months of no-repeat television, at which point CBS decides if they want to replay the entire Todd season of 20 episodes in order, week after week, and then also replay the winter season series, or not. Seems unfair to promote NCAA March Madness in January and February during network scripted television programs when overall viewership is higher for scripted network television. When in return, March Madness's promotion of returning scripted television series will have less of an overall impact because spring is arriving. And network television scripted television viewers' habits naturally begin to decline during and after March and on into summer. One can presume that CBS NCAA March Madness gives scripted television series a chance to rest, regroup, and create additional scripted spring programs. However, when CBS uses lower viewership numbers because original scripted network programs are pushed from March into April, knowing April is less of a primetime television event than March is. It gives CBS cause to cancel scripted network television series whose viewership inevitably drops from not airing in March and instead having to wait until later March and early April to air. Does CBS have a Bermuda scripted series viewership triangle caused by NCAA March Madness, which then allows CBS to punish scripted television series that lose viewership numbers? Specifically because March Madness may be disrupting their television series' late-season program schedule and viewership numbers. Or have we reached a point in network television history where fans of any scripted series want to see all the new episodes in a row, with no repeats mixed in, at which point CBS may need to insert a second series for a 2-month stretch of time so the regularly scheduled program has time to create another 2-month stretch of programs? In other words, is it time for network television to come up with 6 straight months of new programs and then begin repeating episodes in a strategic manner? It may be time to end the mixing of repeats with original episodes and instead go to a consecutive style of original programs, followed by an alternate series that fills in until the regularly scheduled network program can create another 2-month run of original programs. If scripted episodic repeats are to be broadcast, best to broadcast them on a Saturday night, which is becoming known as repeat night. Once at least 6 months of consecutive, original programs have been created, a 2-month primary series, 2-month alternate series, 2 more months of the primary series, with no repeats. Then the repeats of both series could be broadcast over the final 3 months of the network season, before summer hits. The end result would be 6 straight months of original programs, followed by 3 months of repeat programs, and then perhaps a flood of game shows, reality TV, and some repeats as well. Jumping to the 2024 writers' strike shortened scripted television season. Is not CBS admitting in public that they are punishing their popular scripted television series with cancellation as retribution for the writers' strike? Quoting David Staff, CBS head honcho, "It's bittersweet. I love those shows So Help Me Todd and NCIS Hawaii a lot, so it was tough. I understood and sympathized with how difficult a decision it was to say goodbye to those. It's always sad, and those shows were great. Probably any other year they would have stuck around, but they're just not as many mid-season slots anymore. The Seinfeld 'I can't spare a square' excuse rings hollow. There are going to be many programming days this fall where CBS will be repeating and re-repeating 2024 episodes, which tends to frustrate viewers, which is why viewers begin to look elsewhere for content. And is the real reason network television viewership continues to erode. To understand CBS program executives playing checkers in a chess 3-dimensional world, consider this: the NFL, for the first time ever, as in the last 50 years or longer, is not going to broadcast a scheduled NFL Christmas game on network television, nor the day after Christmas, but Netflix will. CBS 3-dimensional chess program executives could counter-program against the NFL abandoning network television during the Christmas holidays with the first 5 episodes of Season 2 of So Help Me Todd at some point on Christmas Day. Then CBS 3-dimensional chess program executives could slot in the second set of 5 So Help Me Todd episodes from Season 2 the day after Christmas. If only CBS actually had 3-dimensional chess program executives. The broadcast binging of Season 2 of So Help Me Todd on Christmas and the day after Christmas should make for excellent counter-programming against Netflix, swooping in and taking free NFL games from network viewers. Counter-programming. The second season of So Help Me Todd would dovetail nicely into 10 new winter episodes of So Help Me Todd, all broadcast in consecutive weeks in the months of January and February, with the season-ending Cliffhanger being broadcast the first week in March, just before NCAA March Madness begins. As it stands now, 2024 Christmas get-togethers will probably feature many residences, with multiple smartphones in use, each visiting relative viewing the same Netflix football game on their own smartphone, while seated next to another relative, viewing the same football game on their own smartphone, all because Netflix is not available at the parents' or grandparents' home. Apparently, CBS Checkers mentality did not see the wisdom of using So Help Me Todd to counter-program the NFL's decision to shut out network television viewers from viewing NFL reindeer games on network television. What a crappy way to spend a Christmas family get-together, with relatives seated next to each other while watching the same two football games on their own smartphone device. Would make for a comical group photo shot if it was not so pathetic. Have CBS programming executives been using their checkers playing thumbs on their meat and potatoes scale to tip everything against scripted cliffhanger television series, such as So Help Me Todd, along with a few other highly popular scripted CBS series that were also canceled because of the viewership havoc, the perfect storm, the writers' strike, and March Madness appears to have created for scripted television programming during a writers' strike shortened 2024 season. Was CBS involved in willful or incompetent, negligent viewership evaluations by CBS program executives that resulted in the loss of future gainful employment for anyone who worked on the So Help Me Todd series and other popular canceled CBS scripted television series, along with the loss of prestige and devaluing of their scripted products and future gainful employment opportunities going forward? If ever a TV series about the law, So Help Me Todd, needed a law firm to represent them, it would be anyone connected to So Help Me Todd. Maybe this fall's Matlock will be available to take the case of So Help Me Todd versus CBS. Two scripted CBS series that finished 7th and 8th, Blue Bloods and NCIS Hawaii, perhaps should lawyer up as well. Not to mention Bob Loves Abishola and CSI Vegas. Reisenbach's quote about Blue Bloods is apoplectically inappropriate for Blue Bloods cast, crew, and fans of the series. Quoting Reisenbach, "We love the cast Blue Bloods. We love their passion for the show. All shows have to come to an end. It's important to us to refresh the schedule," Reisenbach said in May of 2024. "We are going to end the show come December. Vroom, vroom." Speaking of we must refresh the schedule, there is a classic Hill Street Blues scene where Bruce White's character, undercover police officer Mick Belker, poses as a butcher. A customer keeps asking to sample uncooked chickens for freshness. The customer sniffs each uncooked chicken quite intimately, and each time states, "This is not fresh. I want fresh chicken." After the third chicken is rejected for not smelling fresh, Belker looks at the customer and straight-faced asks, "Could you pass your own test?" Thursday night television featured 4 major networks, plus the CW network, all airing scripted television programs. This means So Help Me Todd aired on one of the most competitive nights of primetime network scripted television. Thursday nights, and still managed to finish 21 overall, out of at least 75 primetime scripted network programs. That's 5 network scripted programs battling it out on Thursday nights, and Todd more than held its own. Were CBS program executives placing their checkers playing thumbs on their meat and potatoes scale and tipping everything against So Help Me Todd being renewed? There is one more piece of circumstantial forensic evidence that may blow your mind when it is added in with the other pieces of circumstantial forensic evidence already provided. But first, back to our Todd petition commenters, who remain furious with CBS program executives Checkers' decision to cancel So Help Me Todd. Also coming up after more petition comments, our expose of the alleged gaffe that resulted from the Dick Van Dyke 98 Years of Magic special, an alleged gaffe that continues through July 27, 2024. Also coming up are 24 plus 2 cliffhanger questions that have previously gone unasked. Now, back to more loyal and very unhappy CBS viewers and fans of So Help Me Todd. Dev Scott, "I love the show and I want it to make it to the end." Stacey Herbal, "This was my favorite show." Aurora Cavazos, "I would love a season 3 of So Help Me Todd." Samantha Pasielski, "I love So Help Me Todd and I need to find out what happens to their characters." Who is Merritt Folding, "How did they get away with their scandal? Todd and Margaret need to get to the bottom of this and tell us what happened. The law firm staff need to know it wasn't Margaret's fault. And what's going on with Todd and Judy? What about Allison? Will she get paid for all her medical knowledge? So many unanswered questions. Petition starter replies. Samantha, one wonders, is life imitating art? I think we have all learned by now, Merritt is folding at CBS. And now it is time for this video's allegation regarding a monumental CBS gaffe involving Skylar Astin's participation in the CBS Dick Van Dyke 98 Years of Magic TV special, an alleged gaffe that has gone unnoticed by CBS. November 2023 found So Help Me Todd co-star Skylar Astin dancing and singing on CBS's special television tribute celebration to Dick Van Dyke's 98th birthday. Skylar's joyful performance on the Dick Van Dyke special occurred just a scant few months before the cancellation of Scott Prendergast's So Help Me Todd, which featured Skylar Astin in a co-starring role. The cruel irony regarding the CBS cancellation of So Help Me Todd is the series was like watching a modern-day prequel of the original 1961 Dick Van Dyke series with Skylar Astin as a single, unmarried Dick Van Dyke working with his mother. CBS program executives apparently never noticed the modern-day Dick Van Dyke prequel connection between the two series. Although the two series are not officially connected in any manner, the cosmic connection between the two series was there for CBS program executives to make, were they occasionally to lift their heads up from playing checkers all day long on their smartphones. While it would be a reach for viewers who never saw the original Dick Van Dyke series to connect the dots and see that So Help Me Todd is like a present-day prequel to the original Dick Van Dyke series. A CBS program executive unable to make the cosmic prequel connection throughout the entire planning, filming and broadcasting of CBS's Dick Van Dyke special perhaps should not be doing the job of planning a network's renewal and cancellation decisions. Imagine CBS program executives watching Skylar Astin performing on their Dick Van Dyke special, oblivious to just how interconnected Dick Van Dyke and Skylar Astin actually are. The CBS Dick Van Dyke special is literally screaming, "Hey CBS executives, see these two generational talents, the esteemed gentleman being tributed, Dick Van Dyke, and the up-and-coming generational talent, Skylar Astin, who is honoring the prior generational talent. Hey, CBS executives, look up from your smartphones, stop playing checkers, and be in the three-dimensional moment." Oblivious to the multi-layered connection between the original Dick Van Dyke series and Skylar Astin, which included their mutual singing, improvisational, and energized acting skills. And that So Help Me Todd can be enjoyed as a modern-day prequel tribute to the original Dick Van Dyke series. CBS program executives will instead soon begin contemplating if CO star Skylar Astin's CBS series, So Help Me Todd, should be canceled. Merritt has folded at CBS when CBS program executives cannot connect the dots as to whom their generational talents are. CBS program executives never made the prequel connection between the original Dick Van Dyke series and So Help Me Todd, because if they had, they never would have canceled So Help Me Todd without at least giving it a fair chance to prove it was a viewership flop, which Todd was not. Unless the Dick Van Dyke 98th birthday special held no special meaning to the CBS program executives, they should be questioning why they never made the connection that So Help Me Todd was like a modern-day prequel to the original Dick Van Dyke series and the generational star they were honoring. And here comes another piece of the circumstantial forensic evidence pie, that So Help Me Todd's cancellation was preordained as retribution for the writers' strike. Was there ever even one chance in a million for CBS program executives to connect, harvest, and promote the concept that So Help Me Todd was a present-day prequel to the original Dick Van Dyke series? When the apparent collective mentality of the network strike negotiators during the writers' strike was to severely cut back shade trees. That provided shade in 100-degree weather for peacefully picketing writers, showrunners, and actors, most likely destroying some of the precious brain cells of the peacefully picketing showrunners, writers, and actors, who would need those newly fried brain cells to write and perform future story content. Allegations that network executives would scour those same sidewalks after midnight, devouring the newly shedded, fried brain cells, could not be verified. It is surprising nobody put out a reward to bring the criminal mind to justice who thought exposing peacefully picketing humans to 100-degree sun for hours was funny. And when bullies go unpunished, they tend to bully some more, such as possibly punishing popular, network-scripted programs by canceling several popular scripted television series. In retrospect, watching a cartoon animation rivalry between Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote surpasses network executives' cognitive skills, as they delayed talking to the striking showrunners, writers, and actors for far too long. Perhaps the network executives were having their own Wile E. Coyote moment when Wile E. has lit a fuse and watches it burn, as the network executives rub their hands together, thinking any moment now and their picketing brains will be so overcooked by the sun, they will admit defeat and give up their strike. This is what network executives playing checkers in a world of three-dimensional chess produces: lack of concern for everyone but themselves. The network executive who ordered the cutting of the writer's strike shade trees was never charged with any type of a crime for cutting back shade trees, which is also illegal during the summertime, since that is when those same branches are full of stuff like nests and birds, and also endangered the health and welfare of those peacefully picketing, who were being protected by that now missing shade in 100-degree weather. The circumstantial forensic evidence against CBS keeps adding up. Their anger and apparent desire to retaliate over the writers' strike, punishing scripted television series with cancellation, replacing scripted television series by creating a full night of game show TV, including a game show host, who may have violated the terms of the writers' strike agreement, while CBS subsequently canceled at least 3, 4, or 5 popular scripted CBS series. Quoting CBS's Amy Reisenbach, "Drew's already a part of our CBS family," Reisenbach said. "She's adorable, she's engaging, she's going to bring her friends under the squares. We think this is going to be a great 10 o'clock show for us. We now have a really solid Wednesday night of game shows to bridge the Survivor seasons." Amy Reisenbach. Meanwhile, this is what Vox had to say about crossing the writers' strike picket line. Drew Barrymore tried to live, laugh, scab her way across the picket line. It didn't work. And yet, her new CBS game show reduces the available space for a scripted television series. One of the 24+2 Cliffhanger questions explores how CBS may have tipped the total So Help Me Todd viewership members to the negative, while tipping Elsbeth, Tracker, Fire Country, and SWAT to the positive. One wonders how Dick Van Dyke would feel if he knew how CBS reciprocated Skylar Astin's artful contribution to his 98th birthday party television special by canceling So Help Me Todd, the series Skylar Astin CO starred in. Maybe if Skylar Astin had dressed like an FBI agent for his performance, So Help Me Todd would not have been canceled. Not even sure the dressing like an FBI agent comment can be viewed as a joke. There used to be a time when CBS program executives would see and respect a generational talent like Skylar Astin. But that would require CBS program executives knowing the difference between playing checkers and playing three-dimensional chess. It was as if present-day CBS program executives were witnessing the torch being passed from one generational talent, Dick Van Dyke, to another generational talent, Skylar Astin, and reached in and grabbed the brightly burning torch so they could cook up some more meat and potatoes CBS programming, such as a primetime Hollywood Squares and, what's this, NCIS? Origins, another prequel. CBS cancels the modern-day prequel to the original Dick Van Dyke and replaces it with an NCIS prequel. CBS program executives' lack of three-dimensional chess intuitiveness meant they never made the connection between So Help Me Todd being a modern-day prequel to the original Dick Van Dyke series. Instead, CBS program executives appeared to use their checkers prequel skill set to order Origins due out this fall. Apparently too much of a good thing, another FBI series, is never enough for CBS. I have lost count, and I don't want to publicize the CBS fall lineup, but there appears to be at least 10 to 12 series, detailing some aspect of the FBI or a collateral organization affiliated with the FBI. Is this the same FBI that never seems to protect Americans from medical abuse that causes 99,000 to 250,000 preventable medical deaths every year in the United States? It has been 6 years since my mother, who was 91 years old and whose osteoporosis had actually improved to osteopenia, much to the chagrin of her doctor, and was still walking 1.1 miles with me by her side, holding her hand, was refused a second blood oxygen test in the ER. Most likely because it would have revealed a lower blood oxygen number than the original blood oxygen reading that had been taken, and the ER could not legally discharge her if her blood oxygen level had dropped. This is part of the law of EMTALA, that the media never discusses. Any patient who is not clinically stable cannot be discharged from a public treatment facility that receives government reimbursements. A law I did not know about at that time. When the ER nurse could not get the blood oxygen monitor alarm to stop sending out a warning sound, the ER nurse unplugged the blood oxygen monitor from the wall socket. I watched in shock and disbelief as the ER nurse then went about the process of unlawfully discharging my mother from the ER. And then things got really bad. I won't go into the rest of the details as they have given me some type of self-manageable PTSD. Some of the details about what we were both put through just so the ER could avoid administering a second, 1-minute blood oxygen test are in the text, within the above image. I had no intention of adding my mother's inevitable demise, caused by the medical abuse and EMTALA violations she suffered in the ER, into this video. But I am now triggered by the discovery of the unending stream of CBS, FBI-centric television series, which seem to be increasing by the year. FBI series never seem to investigate the plight of the 99,000 to 250,000 annual preventable deaths in our healthcare system, preventable deaths that are usually due to healthcare worker understaffing. Because our politicians pass feel-good laws such as EMTALA, which are actually unfunded mandates. Unfunded mandates tend to be associated with feel-good, pat-themselves-on-the-back laws that Congress passes but does not provide enforcement funding. The same FBI series that will make our hearts melt over the 10 millionth guest in our country who is having a hard time will never do a story about the 99,000 to 250,000 patients who die every year in the U.S., mostly due to healthcare understaffing. Our healthcare workers are not to blame. I blame our FBI for not protecting healthcare workers from intentional worker understaffing as for-profit healthcare institutions maximize profits at the expense of our parents and grandparents by understaffing their for-profit healthcare institutions. I also blame a legal system in which the majority of law firms salivate for an insurance industry legal retainer so they can be paid to protect the present-day understaffed healthcare system, which leads to 99,000 to 250,000 preventable patient deaths every year in the U.S. One CBS series that has been discussion-centric about law enforcement, public safety, and hospital worker patient safety is Blue Bloods, the now canceled. Blue Bloods by CBS, after their 2024 Fall 10-episode run, is completed. All series have to come to an end. It's important to us to refresh the schedule, Reisenbach said in May of 2024. One wonders what is so far below checkers that it makes checkers look like dimensional chess. What is going on, CBS? Consensus was the writer's strike shortened season was a ramp-up for the fall 2024 season. Not an opportunity for a network to blindside and bury the hatchet in beloved and popular CBS series. Who, what, where, when, how, why, and who again is manipulating CBS into bullet-based programs while never exposing the healthcare dangers our own families, your viewers, face. Properly staffed healthcare institutions so our loved ones would not die, to the tune of 99,000 to 250,000 preventable patient deaths every year, appears to be a topic that CBS, FBI series tap dance around. Did we not just go through preventing families from being able to visit loved ones for a 2-year period of time during COVID, when apparently futile attempts were made to figure out a logical plan for families to be involved in the caregiving of their own family members, families who instead were forced to stand and wave from outside a healthcare building, assuming that was even allowed? How many families had loved ones live out their lives during COVID, imprisoned in healthcare facilities, thinking their families had abandoned them, dying with that final thought in their head? Even though the FBI was not being proactive when our country needed them the most during COVID, CBS honors the FBI with more and more television series. CBS appears willing to simultaneously cancel series like So Help Me Todd, that most likely, therapeutically, make CBS viewers feel better by giving viewers a reason to laugh, and replaces series like So Help Me Todd with more FBI-based series. The same appreciative Todd fans who enjoy laughing at the antics and goings-on of So Help Me Todd also take So Help Me Todd seriously for the topics Todd does cover, such as the faux obituary storyline, a groundbreaking network-scripted television episode CBS should have been promoting for Emmy consideration. Other issues that are both comically and seriously addressed by So Help Me Todd include family interactions, discussions, and learning to cooperate with frenemies. As for the actors in So Help Me Todd, the cast is perfectly flawed. So Help Me Todd petition comments need to keep being amplified, as CBS continues to ignore their own passionate and frustrated So Help Me Todd fans. We need to clap back against the close to 12 CBS series that are connected to the FBI in one way or another, because the FBI appears to do squat when it comes to protecting our loved ones. From the dangers of healthcare worker understaffing, which leads to 99,000 to 250,000 preventable deaths every year in the United States. I have not even brought up the missing 95% geriatric doctors, also known as 4,000 practicing geriatric doctors in the US, when the bare minimum needed is 58,000 practicing geriatric doctors for all seniors. Remember when I wrote that my mother's doctor seemed upset when my mother's osteoporosis had improved to osteopenia at age 90? A geriatric doctor would have been thrilled to see such improvement. All are welcome to sign one of the 3 So Help Me Todd petitions on change.org and to join either Save Todd Facebook group and add your concerns regarding the remarkable imbalance of a militarized CBS schedule. Unlike CBS, which apparently helped tip the scales in a writer's strike shortened season, to the series they wanted to renew, by repeating the same episode from a series they wanted on the fall schedule, and then counting the repeat airings towards total viewership, this video won't suggest fans sign all 3 petitions, but if you did sign all 3 petitions, to quote Chris Rock, I understand. 26 cliffhanger questions from the fans' point of view coming up soon, but first, more petition comments from Todd fans, who are still upset with CBS's nonchalant attitude regarding the canceling of So Help Me Todd. Sandra Smith, I love that show. Mike Miranda, shows more genteel and intellectual yet still reality-based are desperately needed. Don't dump this one, please. And still the fans march on, not giving up, as entertainment reporters respect our efforts and amplify our voices. Because there is a whole lot of love for So Help Me Todd. Magdalena Bellasorte, love this show. Christina Abshire, I love the show. Guy Tubbs, I love quality shows like So Help Me Todd. Jody Dalton, it's a great show that deserves another chance. Maria Mondiat, this show is so good and needs to be saved. Carrie Myers, this show is great and worth continuing. Paramount Plus if it continues for season 3 and 4. We need this and Elsbeth to counter the getting tired formulaic FBIs. Petition starter replies, seems like CBS does not care about its viewers. Their FBI series don't seem to care about their viewers' health either. Will we ever see a federal bureau investigator enter an emergency care facility and investigate why hospital board of trustees approve intentional understaffing of healthcare workers, resulting in 99,000 to 250,000 preventable patient deaths every single year? But bring on those bulletproof vests, guns a-blazing, SUV chasing 50 FBI agents to chase down that one baddie. Let's always make it about the FBI personnel, and never about the annual 99,000 to 250,000 preventable patient deaths the FBI never seems to notice. More Todd petition signing fans come forward clamoring for more So Help Me Todd seasons. Ivy Santamaria, this is my favorite show. I definitely want it to continue. More circumstantial evidence CBS may have had their cancellation thumb on the So Help Me Todd scale well before April 19, 2024. Circumstantial forensic evidence appears to show when CBS knew they were going to cancel So Help Me Todd, and it appears Todd's cancellation may have been presumptively decided 35 days before. So Help Me Todd was publicly canceled on April 19, 2024. Why did CBS not replace boilerplate thumbnail images with episodic thumbnails for the final 6 So Help Me Todd episodes? Did CBS already know So Help Me Todd had been canceled way back on March 14, 2024, so they stopped replacing the boilerplate So Help Me Todd thumbnails with thumbnail images from the actual episode? Based on the above image, the March 14, 2024 episode of Dial Margaret for Murder is the last episode where CBS bothered to add a thumbnail photo from the actual episode being aired. This is a big deal, because other CBS scripted shows all have replaced their boilerplate thumbnail with an authentic thumbnail images from the actual episode being previewed. And if CBS argues Thumbnail Gate was an accidental mistake, then incompetence could be argued since Todd was allegedly fighting for its survival, and needed every bit of promotion Todd was entitled to. So Help Me Todd, Survival has a nice ring to it. Maybe So Help Me Todd, Survival should be thrown in front of CBS television executives like a slab of meat so they can gnarl it down to the bone. After March 14, 2024, Todd would have to wait 4 weeks before their next episode would air, certainly plenty of time to replace the boilerplate thumbnail image with one from the actual episode, End on a High Note. But no such thumbnail image was ever added. Lack of a thumbnail image from the actual episode of End on a High Note, when So Help Me Todd had allegedly not yet been cancelled, is also a total disrespect to Lyle's mother, Jennifer Lewis, pictured below, who was featured on that episode as a guest star. Lack of a thumbnail image from the actual episode is also a disrespect to Lyle. Do not mess with Lyle. Nor would there be any more episode-specific thumbnail images for the remaining 6 So Help Me Todd episodes. Why would CBS stop posting authentic thumbnail images next to future So Help Me Todd episodes after March 14, 2024, and instead only use the redundant boilerplate thumbnail image when the cancellation announcement was not made public until April 19, 2024? Busted. Sure looks like CBS knew Todd was not in their future plans around March 15, 2024, when no more episodic thumbnails appeared next to the final 6 So Help Me Todd episodes. If CBS did indeed know that So Help Me Todd was being cancelled well before So Help Me Todd was officially announced as being cancelled, then that could mean the 4 weeks of not airing a Todd episode was intentional sabotage to stop So Help Me Todd from gaining viewership momentum, so CBS program executives could more easily go about the business of canceling Todd. CBS President Amy Reisenbach's use of the word clutter to describe 5 highly regarded yet cancelled CBS television series is outrageous, but to a checkers-playing CBS program executive, perhaps it is business as usual. Is anything even remotely truthful in Reisenbach's above statement regarding the fall 2024 CBS schedule? Quoting, "This is another CBS primetime schedule that will break through the clutter and entertain a mass audience," said Amy Reisenbach, president of CBS Entertainment. "We're grateful to the creative talent who deliver the characters and stories, as well as the viewers who spend nights, seasons, and years with them." End quote. To me, the above quote sounds like AI. Pablum. In CBS's defense, is it possible the 4 So Help Me Todd episodes were not ready during 2024 March Madness? A question definitely worth knowing the answer to. But the answer would not exonerate CBS if they delayed their cancellation announcement for 35 days from when they knew So Help Me Todd was being canceled. Was CBS involved in intentional sabotage of multiple well-liked scripted television series because of the writer's strike? Could CBS Wednesday Game Show Night have been retribution for the writer's strike, as those Wednesday time slots could have been used by canceled CBS scripted series? CBS's decision to go with a Wednesday night of game show series, centerpiecing around a celebrity that kept producing new program content during the writer's strike, is now being rewarded with a game show. On Wednesday night, meanwhile, So Help Me Todd, a scripted television series that honored the writer's strike, is being canceled and replaced. This apparent union busting, while rewarding alleged union busters, is not a good look for CBS. Celine Leibick, I like the show. Carl Edelblut, the show is that good. Give it a new home. Elizabeth Kelly, I love that program and will really miss it if it ended. And even more love gushes out for So Help Me Todd from their fans. Donna Hendershot, I love the show. Rita Wojcik, I love the show. Cheryl Wall, So Help Me Todd is the best clean new show on TV for decades. Todd fans continue to judge CBS. Stephen Click, it's a good show you should not have dropped. Please let it live elsewhere. D. Lee, it's good. Misty Jet, this is just wrong. Joyce Braffman, I love the show and don't want it taken off. Eloise Brown, there are too many shows that are about fighting fires and police issues. This show is drama with humor and doesn't get tense. Reality that is relaxing. Petition starter replies. Reality that is relaxing. CBS should hire Eloise, she makes sense. Janie Hayner, I want So Help Me Todd to be renewed. Dawn Barry, I love So Help Me Todd. Evan Duffy wisely concludes, this is a very unique program with thousands, actually hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of fans. We can only hope CBS or Paramount Plus pick it up again, or another network, because Todd has built fan loyalty that is huge. As the Love So Help Me Todd comments continue, consider that the mirror word of love is joy. Fans feel joy because they love watching So Help Me Todd. Kathy Phillips, we love this show. Karen Friedman, I love this show. It's drama and funny and nothing even on TV as great as this show is. Hashtag Save SHMT. Lana Robertson, my husband and I truly enjoy watching So Help Me Todd. Never watch Phil. Petition starter replies. Hi Lana. Dr. Phil is the producer of So Help Me Todd, which is why we are rooting for Dr. Phil to see the therapeutic value of a show he helped get on CBS for 2 terrific seasons continue into the future. Debbie Shiska, this show is one of the few worth watching. Petition starter asks, dare I say, winner winner chicken dinner, regarding the next comment by Michelle Soleiman. Maybe, winner winner meat and potatoes dinner. Michelle Soleiman. This show is too good, too funny, and too original to let it fade away into obscurity. Why CBS is dropping it for a maybe might be hit when they have a winner already is mind-boggling. If they won't air it, let it go so someone else can make the fabulous decision to bring it back. Alicia Floyd suggests, So Help Me Todd hire themselves so they can discover what is wrong with CBS. I absolutely adore this show and the uniqueness of the various group dynamics both together and separate. I'd love to see more clients and cases fought for and won, starting with this show. Terry Gadsby lays it all on the line. Great show, awesome writers, intelligent humor, and talented actors. Creative plots and storylines. Very different than the usual criminal lawyer banter. Gayla Noblet says, this is a great show. Marcia Gay Harden and Skylar Astin have a wonderful chemistry, and I think it can flourish on another network. Carol Polson confirms, this is too good a show to lose. My favorite program. Sandra Beach succinctly writes, great show. Light-hearted and funny, and what we need on TV. So Help Me Todd fan, Linda Fox politely, tells CBS program executives, that was one of the best new shows I have watched in a long time and you're taking it off. And suddenly, joyful Todd fans are not so nice when talking about CBS program executives. Jenna Lonsdale enthusiastically proclaims, this is a fun show with a great cast and a really fun dynamic, and its quirkiness makes it stand out among the usual CBS fare. You must be out of your mind. Gail Malott does not mince words. I love So Help Me Todd and I do not want to see it cancelled. It's one of my favorite shows. CBS is crazy for pulling it. Michelle Perez explains to cerebrally challenged CBS program executives. So Help Me Todd is an amazing show, family-friendly, funny with great actors who have great chemistry. Fans are tired of seeing such great shows cancelled. We want more seasons and hope the CW can give them to us. Sergio Sanchez is smarter than the average CBS executive. Absolutely unacceptable. SHMT is a brilliant show in a world of banal, insipid programs who rely on canned laugh tracks and corny dialogue. The rich tapestry of this show is a TV watcher's dream. I want to see what happens to these characters, leave it alone. Sonam Willow professes, I and my friends love So Help Me Todd with its humor and younger and older seasoned actors and amazing writing and producing. CBS is so disappointing to not give this show a fair run. Linda McMaster gently reminds us. So Help Me Todd is a funny, heartwarming, intelligent show that needs a chance. Deb Geisler prophetically states, this show is too great to lose. Linda Hodrich is saddened by CBS. I just love this, it is about all I watch on CBS. Very sad. Candy Hill explains Todd to Stone Cold CBS program executives. I really enjoy the show, so help me Todd. The writing is amazing. The actors on the show do a fantastic job, and show has comedy, drama, suspense, and romance. Not many shows have that this day and time. Please give us more seasons. Please pick it up before any more cast members abandon ship. Myrna Miranda doesn't use a gun. She uses her heartfelt comment to take CBS program executives' heart away. I love this show, please don't cancel it. Samantha M. bemoans, love this show, and it left on a cliffhanger. Petition starter replies, keep watching this video as our 24 plus 2 fan cliffhanger questions. Raise controversial, so help me Todd talking points that have not been addressed by the media. Ray Ingram explains continuity of quality to CBS. This is the first show I found in a long time that was an absolute delight, and whose characters I enjoyed through and through that brought me the proper level of escape. And I just really want to keep watching. Pamela Hunt implores CBS to keep her on her toes. So Help Me Todd is a great show with a wonderful ensemble cast. Witty dialogue, enough twists and turns to keep me on my toes. Debbie Austin asked the obvious question of CBS program executives. So Help Me Todd is a great, fun, and entertaining show. You know this, why would anyone toss out a good thing? Monlan reminds CBS that family matters. I really like this show. There's finally something on TV that's different and funny and family-oriented. I looked forward weekly to seeing this show. The actors were amazing. Please bring it back. Another entertainment reporter jumps into the fray on behalf of So Help Me Todd fans and great television. Frances Cutromanos watches with her grandkids. I love So Help Me Todd. All of them fit together so nicely. I can watch it with my grandchildren. Please let So Help Me Todd go to another network. It's a fantastic program. I love Elsbeth too. Larry Dunn keeps it short and sweet. I loved the show. Linda Bacon knows solid TV ingredients when she sees them. It's the best show on TV. Refreshing new storyline with a little mystery and humor in each episode. Deborah Limeculer gives CBS a refresher course in common sense. So Help Me Todd is a refreshingly enjoyable show that doesn't rely on sex and violence. It keeps you guessing as to who the real perpetrator is. They have excellent writers as well as stellar cast that not only work well together, but are believable as the characters they are portraying. I think they should move it to Paramount Plus and continue this great show, and I am sure Paramount Plus would gain new subscribers because of it. And still more entertainment reporters chime in on saving So Help Me Todd. And yet, CBS remains aloof, as if it's no big deal to bury a show loved by millions. Lori Ploderer to the point, it's a great show and I want it to continue. Barry Walton gives Todd the highest honor, looking forward to the live linear network feed. This is one of the few shows I actually look forward to watching in real time each week. Lori Cianciulli believes in earned opportunities. What about you, CBS? I love this show and it deserves another chance. It was very original and entertaining. Abby Escobar, I don't want So Help Me Todd canceled. It is a very entertaining, clean-cut show. So Help Me Todd fans pile on. Joan Kemp says what many of us feel. Love this show. Sherry Skull simplifies it for CBS. Great show. Rebecca Stevens reminds us all of our healthy addiction to Todd. I love this show and want it to continue. Teresa DeMaio educates CBS on the value of a 3-for-1 deal. It's a great show, drama and comedy in one. Great family show. Terry Strong is ready for another strong season of Todd. I want to see So Help Me Todd come back. Shelley Ensinger implores CBS to stop being repetitive. I loved SHMT and embraced all its quirkiness. I was a big Psych fan and this had the same vibe. Why do all of CBS shows have to fit into a cookie-cutter script, i.e. the FBI's, NCIS, etc.? Lisa Estep proclaims, this show is always in the top 10 to 15 every week. It is a great show with a wonderful cast of actors. Good, clean family show. Please save this show. Lisa's words are borne out by the following entertainment news reporter, clapping back at CBS, by sharing how So Help Me Todd fans feel. Vicky Grazer loves Todd. I love So Help Me Todd. Nancy Sia loves Todd. CBS not so much. I love the show. Luis Miguelo prophetically announces, it deserves to be brought back. Kimberly McLean succinctly writes, love this show and the cast. An irritated CBS fan is a lost CBS fan. Cara Dorado sums it up, this is a fantastic, quality show. The supposed reasoning for canceling is moronic. We'll no longer watch Thursday night lineup. Stephen Halloran logically asks, love the show, why didn't someone pick it up? Brent Furman agrees, great show, love the characters and makes me laugh. I just got started and it just doesn't seem right to pull the plug yet. Amanda Naughton concisely surmises, this is a good, clean, fun TV show. Sometimes life imitates Todd, as this entertainment reporter stands with fans lobbying for a third season of So Help Me Todd. I stand with the fans lobbying for a third season of So Help Me Todd. Even the fictitious People Over Plastic movement supports So Help Me Todd. Marcia Curlis is in love. I love this show. Dean Mutino speaks for all of us. We love So Help Me Todd. It's a great show. Charlotte White spins a great web. This is a great show. The family aspect is what we need more of. Another So Help Me Todd article written by an entertainment reporter sharing the fans' point of view, and Todd fans are grateful for these articles. Sean Cloyd reminds CBS of their blunder. This is the best show on TV. Lisa Coakley is the kind of fan CBS should listen to. This show is fun and well written. I look forward to it every week. Kathy McClellan politely proclaims and requests, So Help Me Todd is a fantastic show. Please keep it. Virginia Miller fantastically writes, I look forward to watching this show every week. I was so disappointed when I saw it was canceled. Listen to the fan base and keep it on the air. Another article about So Help Me Todd from the fans' point of view, written by a brave entertainment reporter. Todd fans hope more articles from multiple entertainment reporters will be on the way in the future, as the number of Todd supporters continue to grow, for the reinstatement of So Help Me Todd. The onslaught of So Help Me Todd fan support endlessly continues. Ruth Kane. So Help Me Todd was my favorite show. CBS and the powers that be are morons to cancel this show and Blue Bloods. Alice Ward. Excellent cast and writing. Teresa Stewart wants her Todd TV. I love this show. I want to see season 3. Catherine Shea knows. It's a good show. James Who knows a thing or two. So Help Me Todd is a great show. That should continue. Meredith Blaine is on a mission to save Todd. I love and miss So Help Me Todd. Please save Todd. Vivian Miner believes family matters. I love this show. Watch with my daughter. Diana Williams reminds CBS that it is okay to have a great show on their network. It is a great show that needs to continue. Stephanie Myers loves Todd. I love So Help Me Todd. Denise Hamilton wants the CW network to pick up Todd. So enjoy your shows, Family Law and Wild Cards. So Help Me Todd is another favorite, and since CBS stupidly canceled it, would love to see CW pick it up. Petition starter replies, CW Network, are you listening? Todd and Wild Cards, or Todd and Family Law, or Todd and the Librarians, would make a great tandem night of CW Network entertainment. Doris Dufresne knows her stuff. So Help Me Todd is one of the best shows on television. Great writers and great actors. Teresa Cardenas makes it short, makes it great. I love this show. Great acting. Dawn Britton Estrada reminds CBS. Disappointed fans have long memories. So disappointed that CBS canceled my favorite show. Susan Banani is addicted to Todd, as we all are. I want to keep watching So Help Me Todd. Michelle Dove. I want to keep So Help Me Todd. Christine Rhodes. I look forward to the show and want to see how the characters progress. Patricia Hall. Love, love, love this show. Vicky's Eyes. Todd was a little comedy, a little mystery, and very much a family show. So much better than so many shows. Kristen Sloan knows a show for teens when she sees one. It is such a great show, and there are very few non-reality shows on anymore that even young teens can watch. Joy Rex. There is so little good TV now, just the cheapest, most sensational. So Help Me Todd is actual quality TV. Chris Corfanta. I enjoy the show. Rhonda Peterson aptly points out CBS's anti-female leading actress bias. 1. CBS has a pattern canceling prime-time programs which have female leads, including All Rise, NCIS Hawaii, So Help Me Todd, East New York, Tommy, CSI Vegas, etc. 2. CBS highlights the shows featuring aggressive, violent, overly militaristic, masculine programming including All NCIS, SWAT, Criminal Minds, as well Survivors and Big Brother. And let's not forget the 3 FBI series on CBS. Plus before they were an FBI agent, Origins, plus Tracker, a former FBI agent, incorporating a peaceful David Carradine kung fu character motif. A kinder, gentler FBI? 3. If Nora O'Donnell or Gayle King leave the news department, I'm done with CBS for good. CBS appears to be hoping they can rely on millions of Todd fans, remaining uninformed, about CBS's So Help Me Todd cancellation. And once again, we thank our supportive entertainment reporters for valuing their readers by writing about the Save So Help Me Todd fan campaign. This video, if shared by So Help Me Todd fans and petition signers, can help unite all Todd fans, while also persuading CBS to do better than playing checkers in a 3-dimensional chess world and to stop burying such an incredible series as So Help Me Todd, as if it was no big deal. 26 questions So Help Me Todd fans deserve answers from CBS and others coming up next. So Help Me Todd petition comments need to keep being amplified as CBS continues to ignore their own passionate, frustrated, and formerly joyful So Help Me Todd fans. All are welcome to sign any one of the 3 So Help Me Todd petitions on change.org and to join either Save Todd Facebook group without CBS in the title. There is also a Todd group with CBS in the title. The CBS group is private, so our voices are probably less amplified there. Although perhaps someone from CBS may be on the site, probably laughing at us, minions, while we remain hopeful. CBS program executives actually care about our comments and concerns. Additionally, there is a Save So Help Me Todd call to action group for those who want to know what the latest news and proactive actions they can take regarding saving So Help Me Todd. As promised throughout the video, it is now cliffhanger time, as we ask 26 questions bewildered So Help Me Todd fans most likely would like answers to, from CBS program executives and their cohorts. Question 1. Joe Biden's March 7, 2024 State of the Union address meant So Help Me Todd's 4th episode was postponed a week, resulting in a 14-day gap between So Help Me Todd episode broadcasts. Why didn't CBS figure out how to ensure So Help Me Todd would not miss an additional 28 days between 2 broadcast episodes because of March Madness, as is clearly noted in So Help Me Todd's broadcast schedule below? Question 2. After the 28-day gap between So Help Me Todd broadcasts, which followed a prior 14-day gap between So Help Me Todd broadcasts, why was CBS so quick to cancel Todd without giving Todd a fair chance to build an audience during the writers' strike-shortened Season 2? Question 3. How could So Help Me Todd be fairly evaluated if viewership analysis is completed after only 4 of 10 Todd episodes had aired? Question 4. Is Dr. Phil, the producer of So Help Me Todd, somehow involved in the sudden, surprise demise of So Help Me Todd? Question 5. Was there a CBS primetime power struggle between Trump dislikers Michelle and Robert King, creator of Elsbeth, and Trump protector, Dr. Phil, producer of So Help Me Todd? Besides the antipathetic attitude of the Elsbeth producers, Elsbeth features at least one co-star who is so hostile towards anyone who supports Trump. It makes one wonder if Elsbeth was withheld from the February 15th schedule, the premiere night of Todd's 2nd season, and also withheld from the February 22 schedule as well. Both nights featured a tracker rerun in the 10 o'clock slot after a Todd Season 2 original broadcast. Question 6. Did the Kings use their past highly successful record with CBS to nudge Todd from being renewed? The 2 series, Elsbeth and So Help Me Todd, only ran on the same night once or twice. Question 7. Were the Kings so disgusted with anyone who could defend Donald Trump they made CBS choose between Elsbeth and So Help Me Todd? According to New Yorker magazine, the Kings have a 10-year deal with CBS that runs through 2026. Question 8. Did the Kings use their existing 10-year CBS deal, which runs through 2026, to influence CBS into fully promoting Elsbeth at the expense of So Help Me Todd? While the body of work the Kings have produced is profoundly great, as I still learn new things about trials by watching repeats of The Good Wife, one wonders what could have been if Elsbeth, So Help Me Todd, and Matlock had all shared the same night. Question 9. Why was CBS afraid to try a Friday family fun night of Elsbeth, So Help Me Todd and Matlock to keep families together and kids safe at home? Kids who could then wake up early Saturday morning and completely change a routine of staying out late on Friday, then getting up late on a Saturday morning, and then repeating the dysfunctional and dangerous night-for-day routine for the entire weekend. A dysfunctional routine that contributed to over 100,000 synthetic drug deaths in the U.S. in 2023. I just wonder if the Kings were asked by CBS if they would like to be paired with So Help Me Todd and Matlock. Question 10. Why wouldn't CBS ask the Kings their opinion on what to schedule the same night as Elsbeth, since the Kings' body of work should have earned them that level of respect from CBS? Question 11. Will the Kings ever tell if they were asked about teaming up on the same night as Todd? Todd fans would like to know. I regularly check in on Dr. Phil's new network, Merit Street Media. When Dr. Phil broadcasts enthusiastic, welcoming promos for future bull riding tournaments that will be on his network. Or when Dr. Phil drills in on his guests to get to the heart of the matter. What are Todd fans supposed to think, as Dr. Phil remains quiet, as of July 27, 2024, about the demise of So Help Me Todd, a show Dr. Phil was instrumental in bringing to primetime television? Question 12. Is Dr. Phil more interested in broadcasting bull riding tournaments than he is in saving So Help Me Todd, or can Dr. Phil do both at the same time? I have already reached out to some of Dr. Phil's Merit Street media staff on LinkedIn and have been ignored for over 6 weeks. A show like So Help Me Todd, that produces joy, happiness, and stress reduction, is therapeutically a good thing, and brings balance to the more in-your-face world of Dr. Phil and CBS network programming as presently structured. Yet both CBS and Dr. Phil appear to be standing down as So Help Me Todd takes on water. Question 13. Why has Dr. Phil been so silent about the fate of So Help Me Todd, and what are his own intentions or hopes for So Help Me Todd? I sure hope Dr. Phil's network does not become the bull riding network that walked away from So Help Me Todd, without fighting for So Help Me Todd and Todd's obvious therapeutic value. As the petition comments clearly illustrate. Question 14. Does Dr. Phil value watching bull riding more, equal, or less to sitting down and watching a So Help Me Todd episode? Question 15. Why is CBS running repeats of other canceled series in their own regular time slots, and also in Todd's time slot, but will not broadcast Season 2 repeats of So Help Me Todd at all? Question 16. Why doesn't CBS support Todd's send-off to another network by sharing the So Help Me Todd repeat pie? CBS has gushed about an embarrassment of program riches that joyfully forced CBS to jettison quality series, such as So Help Me Todd, so they could honor other deals for series not yet created. It is as if CBS program executives took a page out of the grapes of wrath and threw their own supply of potatoes into the river, so they could buy more potatoes. Question 17. Would the So Help Me Todd cast be willing to accept a pay cut, or some deferred pay, since So Help Me Todd should do well in syndication? As for the banter that the CW network would never pick up Todd, stop it. Question 18. Can the CW network afford a show like So Help Me Todd? A show like So Help Me Todd can increase the CW network's overall microscopic program viewership averages so minute they could possibly be quadrupled, or tentrupled, if that's a word, by supportive and grateful So Help Me Todd fans, who would flock to the CW network if So Help Me Todd landed there. The CW network can also repeat prior quality television series that previously ran on the CW network. Supportive Todd fans, happy the CW network picked up So Help Me Todd, would watch prior CW network series for the first time, increasing new viewership numbers So Help Me Todd fans would bring. CBS is already doing a similar thing when they bring a series that was on Paramount Plus over to CBS during repeat season. CBS did this last year when Yellowstone was broadcast Sunday nights during the writers' strike. CBS is doing it again with Tulsa King. The same could be done with So Help Me Todd. First air episodes exclusively on CBS, then bring the series exclusively to Paramount Plus for those who clamor to view the same episodes multiple times, as many Todd fans do. Imagine if Blue Bloods and So Help Me Todd ended up on the CW network, with the cast accepting some pay deferred, then being paid back by CW network repeats. Since the series would probably be repeated many times on the CW network, to the delight of Todd and Blood fans, as millions of loyal fans from both series support the CW network with their viewership. Question 19. Can CBS profit from seeing So Help Me Todd move to the CW network? CBS's parent company actually has a 12.5% ownership in the CW network. So having an outlier for a CBS network suffering from an embarrassment of riches program inventory just means another network channel could flourish while CBS derives income on its 12.5% ownership. Or is it all about me, CBS, and screw the fans? All of you allegedly mature program executives, just fix this, or maybe someday, there may actually be a boycott of CBS. Question 20. Does the cancellation of So Help Me Todd ensure subscription, streaming TV, reap all of the annual Emmy Award nominations? As stated earlier in this video, an entertainment reporter who recently binge-watched So Help Me Todd confidently claims So Help Me Todd surpasses classic series, Ted Lasso. Yet, So Help Me Todd was recently shut out of any Emmy nominations. 3. Second season So Help Me Todd, episodes, the highly entertaining and informative Phobituary. Dial Margaret for Murder and The Tooth Is Out There have become instant second season classics, yet all 3 Todd episodes have only aired one time on CBS. Phobituary, highly entertaining and informative. Sure sounds like another tagline for a 3rd season of So Help Me Todd. Dial Margaret for Murder, Phobituary, and The Tooth Is Out There are 3 of the most entertaining, one-hour broadcast episodes I can recall seeing, since a semi-similar drama, The Good Wife, also appeared on CBS. Even as several Elsbeth episodes were being repeated on different viewing nights, including Sunday, the most-watched night of the week, during the 2024 strike-shortened winter season. Phobituary, Dial Margaret for Murder, nor The Tooth Is Out There have yet to be repeated on CBS. One way to dramatically increase total viewership for any television series in a writer's strike-shortened season, repeat the same episode in a different time slot, on a different day. Which we now know CBS did, for both Tracker and Elsbeth. While Fire Country and SWAT faced no scripted television competition on Fridays. Meanwhile, So Help Me Todd was competing against 3 to 4 other networks that were broadcasting new, scripted content on Thursdays. Question 21. Will So Help Me Todd be supported for Emmy consideration? This question has now been answered. No. Not only were the final 6 episodes devoid of having the boilerplate thumbnail replaced with an image from the actual episode, not one of the final several episodes of So Help Me Todd were ever repeated on CBS. Incredibly, 2 Todd episodes from Season 1 were repeated during the writer's strike shortened Season 2, which starved the total viewership numbers for Season 2 of So Help Me Todd. In other words, while CBS reran Episode 1 of Elsbeth to artificially boost its total viewership numbers, CBS repeated 2 episodes of So Help Me Todd from Season 1, during the critical window of time when CBS was determining total viewership numbers for the writer's strike-shortened Season 2, to see which series would return for the fall of 2024. The inexplicable broadcasting of 2 Season 1, So Help Me Todd episodes, during the writer's strike-shortened Season 2, deprived Season 2 So Help Me Todd episodes from maximizing viewership numbers. Study the above image closely. Elsbeth's total viewership for one Elsbeth episode appears to have been juiced to catapult Elsbeth's renewal status above So Help Me Todd. Did CBS program executives fall victim to this apparent viewership manipulation tabulation stunt, or did they approve it? Question 22. Does CBS realize that Christmas 2024 and the day after Christmas 2024 will be the first time in the history of NFL football when NFL-scheduled Christmas games will not be aired on network television? Speaking of playing checkers when CBS program executives should be playing three-dimensional chess, Christmas Day 2024, plus the day after Christmas 2024, will be the first time in the history of the NFL a scheduled Christmas Day NFL football game will not be available on network television. 2 scheduled NFL games on Christmas will only be available on Netflix, and 1 game the day after Christmas 2024 will be only available on Prime. Residences that have no Netflix could lead to visiting family members each hunkered down with their own smartphone, watching 2 NFL football games on Christmas 2024. Not the best scenario for Christmas family events with family members who have traveled to be together in one residence. What could be better on Christmas Day 2024 with no football to watch as families get together all over the country than a So Help Me Todd CBS marathon? A Todd repeat marathon of Season 2 would be excellent counter-programming as families watch TV together, laughing and having a good time. Perhaps CBS needs to hire another network program executive to represent family programming options. Question 23. Is it possible that the ever-expanding entertainment program pie means primetime television will annually keep shrinking top-tier actors' salaries, and the networks are choosing to replace popular series with new series such as Tracker that have less cast members? Question 24. Are the talent agents to blame for not being able to see the inevitable salary contractions that perhaps are going on because of the ever-expanding field of entertainment options, knowing that if they cave in to lower salaries for their star actors may jump to another agency with the promise of higher salaries, Then the agent who was trying to be reasonable was able to negotiate. Question 25. Did the writer's strike create a retaliatory cancellation of So Help Me Todd? Petition starter Alessandro Machi will answer this question because this may be the heart of the matter. The Hollywood unions were 1000% correct in striking. The billionaires who are leading the way in regards to advancements in artificial intelligence are out of their league. They absolutely do not understand how wrong it is to ask humans if they want AI to write on their behalf. The artificial intelligence leaders are the ones who have brought King Kong AI over from a remote island and put it on display for profit, and as was said in Jaws, you're going to need a bigger chain. Or something like that. I used play-only AI to polish this script several thousand times. The play-only version of AI would play back what I wrote, in a professional audio voice style based on a human voice. And that challenged me to keep writing and rewriting and hearing back what I wrote, so I could ferret out what worked and what didn't work. To punish the unions for demanding AI accountability should not give rise to the networks punishing producers, showrunners, and actors who supported the strike against uncontrolled AI. Why couldn't the networks work side by side with the unions using AI to explain why TV series may have to pay less upfront, but more on the back end? So talent agents don't get caught in the middle of diminishing budget allocations due to an ever-expanding library of finished series that can then compete with new productions by offering lower-cost licensing deals. I have had beguiling encounters with AI on the Nextdoor.com platform, the LinkedIn platform, on Reddit, and also on the Twixter platform. The billionaire AI proponents are in it for increasing net revenue while reducing the number of employees, and this is an unsustainable process. It should also be pointed out, what billionaire wants people around them witnessing their daily behaviors, who can then leak it to the world in an instant, when it is none of the employees' business to do so. This has become one of the underbellies of why AI is being pushed forward so quickly by billionaire investors. My personal experience working with AI. Erica challenged me to keep working and exploring how to structure my words, while Erica never suggested word choices. AI human voice, parroting back my written words to me so I could experience sound through air versus sound through a voice in my head reading back my own words, is like writing on steroids, and for that, AI, in my opinion, serves an important purpose. Question 26. If CBS continues to ignore the growing number of upset Todd fans who will not let CBS forget their checkers playing program executive strategy, would you be willing to start mailing a checkers piece with a letter T in magic marker written on it to CBS Studios? This video apologizes to all checkers fans. Checkers is fun, it just does not belong in the hearts and minds of CBS program executives, whose decisions affect millions of people. 26 cliffhanger questions from the fans' perspective. Will all 26 be perpetually ignored, or will So Help Me Todd fans get answers to some of these 26 cliffhanger questions? Which question do you want answered? Leave the number of the question you want answered most in the comment section. The words written by Alessandro Machi are his alone, and do not represent any of the adults who cannot get their act together and work together to make So Help Me Todd thrive again for the sake of CBS fans. The longer CBS waits to do the right thing and revive So Help Me Todd, the more grains of fans sans CBS program executives will feel in their shoes as they do their inevitable walk of shame. Have you signed any of the Change.org Todd petitions? If you sign the specific petition with the above image, you will receive free email updates from the petition creator, Alessandro Machi. You do not have to make a donation at the petition site. There are 3 So Help Me Todd petitions to choose from: save, renew, or release. So Help Me Todd, the choice is yours which one you sign. Before signing one of the petitions, check how often the petitions are updated, and the content of the updates to see which updating style you find to your liking. The next video may involve a call to start mailing 1 checker per envelope to CBS Studios, if CBS cannot undo their apparently manipulated decisions to scrap several series using manufactured reasons to do so. Save. So Help Me Todd.